Hello, welcome aboard. It's Walter here. We're going to talk about your psychology. Three things. And before I forget, you can go to Naked Trading Class and get the three methods for increasing your account quickly. And in that, you'll probably find one of them that makes sense to you. Probably wouldn't want to use all three of them, but one of them may make a lot of sense to you. So nakedtradingclass.com, and you can get that on-demand training. You don't have to put in your email or anything, just go there. Now, what I want to talk about right now, today, are the three areas that make up consistent profitable trading. Number one, trading a system we believe in that makes sense to us, that we verified. Number two, using risk management rules that will allow us to achieve our goals without running into terrible drawdowns that'll make us question whether or not we're doing the right thing. And which we've all done, of course, if you've been trading for any length of time, really. And the third thing is the psychology, which is really the mindset of focusing on execution. So what I want to share with you right now is a way to sort of shortcut that. Now, if you've ever read the story about Abraham Lincoln, it's one of my favorite historical figures. And what's interesting about Lincoln is I read the one by Dale Carnegie, I think, the book, the biography by Dale Carnegie. But what's interesting about the book is you get the sense that, oh my gosh, this dude went through so much and he still came out on the other end. I mean, I think his son died, his first wife died. He had all these hardships. He kept running for office, kept losing. And then bam, he was president. And then even after he became president, Civil War, right? So he had a crazy life, but he kept going. And that's actually the same thing that it takes, I believe, the number one psychological trait, so to speak, to make this work as a trader. Because you and I, when we trade, will go into a losing streak. The lower your win rate, the higher the worse off the losing streak, or the more losing trades in a row are likely. That's just basic probability, right? So here's what you can do about that. And I believe this is one of the most important areas that you can work on. And it's working on your mindset. So what you want to, there's two areas. Number one is the logical area of your brain. So what I mean by that is if you're in a drawdown, let's say you're down 10% with your trading account. And so you're kind of wondering, has the market changed? Is my system not working anymore? Here's what I would recommend. To activate your logic brain, what you want to do is simply go, okay, hang on. Let's say you're trading a trend following system. Is the market trending right now? No. Is it chopping around? Yes. So I'm getting into these trades thinking that the market's trending and it's actually fizzling out. There is no trend. So is that expected to happen given this strategy? Yes. Historically, what kind of drawdowns have I seen? Have I seen drawdowns worse than this? Yes. Okay. So is it really that bad of a deal that I'm going to draw down? Let's say the worst drawdown I've seen is 35%. Historically, when I did my back testing in Forex Tester or whatever I used, Monte Carlo simulations, whatever you use to kind of get a gauge on that, which, by the way, Monte Carlo is much better than Forex Tester, but you can use the data from Forex Tester to plug into Monte Carlo, but we'll talk about that in another video. So that's the logic area of your brain. Okay, that's like, okay, what's going on here? Is this normal? Yes. Hey, Mark, glad to see you here. The next thing you can do after that, after working through that, is to work on your subconscious. Now, we know that the subconscious mind directs most of what, yes, of course, Joseph, this is exactly the same deal for trading stocks. Exactly the same. We know that they run functional MRIs. When I did my PhD in psychology, I didn't actually work with, all my friends were in neuroscience, but I didn't do neuroscientific stuff. I did experiments on thinking about your thinking. But I know that in the functional MRIs, they'll put you in front of a screen and they'll say, make a decision, choose this or that, or decide this or whatever. And then you make a decision and then you tell them why. Here's what's interesting. The person watching the MRI knows what you're going to decide up to 10 seconds before you decide. So the implications of this are that your subconscious is really directing your behavior. And then we come up with reasons why we do what we do, right? which is crazy, right? And we talk about this in the course you can learn about at nakedtradingclass.com. So you can go there and check out the class on how to build up an account quickly. But it's so interesting that the subconscious directs your behavior. So what can you do about it? How do you seed your subconscious with thoughts that are aligned with your conscious thoughts? Conscious thought is, I want to build up this account as quickly as possible, but my subconscious could have something else going on here. Could be from, things that your grandma said about traders, or you had a wealthy auntie and she was a real piece of work. So you think wealthy people are rude, or you don't want to. And so subconsciously you're thinking, I don't want to be wealthy. I don't want to make a lot of money because then I'll end up like my auntie or whatever, So these sorts of things happen. So what you can do is you can work with subliminals, or you can work with hypnosis, or you can simply come up with a mantra and repeat that mantra as you're falling asleep. This is something that people don't know this, but a lot of inventors used the hypnagogic state, which is when you're falling asleep, or the hypnopompic state when you're waking up, when we often get really good ideas. Benjamin Franklin famously used the hypnagogic state by holding onto cannonballs. And as he was falling asleep in his chair, he would relax and let go of the cannonball, and then it would wake him up. Then he would write down whatever he was thinking about at that moment. And that helped him overcome a lot of his challenges as an inventor. You can do the same thing with your trading. You could seed your subconscious as you're going to sleep. Let's say you don't follow your rules and you cut your trades short, which is one of the most common things. Traders know they should follow the rules, know they should wait for bigger profits, but they have a little profit and they just can't help themselves, and they take that profit quickly. They cash it in. Well, you could say to yourself, I always wait for my exit rules to get out of a trade. I always wait for my exit rules to get out of a trade, or whatever. And you want to phrase it in the present. You do it as you're falling asleep. You can hold your fist really tight, and as you're falling asleep, you'll notice that it'll start to relax. And then when it's starting to relax, your fingers are opening up, that you're falling asleep. You want to keep feeding that, keep repeating that mantra. It's a great way to tap into your subconscious. Or you can just see your local hypnotherapist, tell them what your trading habit is you want to get rid of, and they will help you with that. So there are lots of and subliminals too. Innertalk.com is a great place. I'll put the link below or above this video, and you can check that out too. They have great subliminals, really good research on their subliminals as well. So hopefully this helps. Work on your subconscious. It's really an important part. It's often forgotten until you get, if you've been training for a while, you know the importance of psychology. But if you're new, it might be one of those things that you're like, what does that have to do with anything? But you'll see as you get, if you're in this game for any amount of time, you'll learn that the psychology becomes really, really critical. Thanks so much for spending time here. I wish you very happy trading, and we'll see you in the next video. See ya. Bye.